Hi, I'm Kumar. In this unit, I would like to discuss how to highlight the UI elements on the mobile apps. Well, before getting into scripting, I would like to put a couple of points here. Highlighting the UI element is basically a default feature in most of the commercial testing tools, but not in the open source tools. However, if you look at the Selenium IDE, there is a feature called Find. So let me show you that. Open the Firefox browser, open the Selenium IDE. Let me navigate to a website, google.com. Okay, so open the Selenium IDE. I'm trying to select an element on the page. Let me highlight the Google search. Alright. So here if you see, if I click on the Find button, you can see background, the Google search button is getting highlighted with a green color border. This kind of feature is a default feature in most of the commercial testing tools. Why we need to implement such kind of feature in the scripting? Basically, few of the customers might ask you, or they might want to follow the script during the execution, like what the script is doing on the UI, on which UI elements it is performing the action, or how the automation flow is going on. So they would like to follow the script. So this is possible only when you highlight the UI element before performing the action on it. That means if you are trying to do a login action, you need to enter the username, password, then clicking on the login button. So before performing such kind of actions, you need to first highlight the UI element. Alright, so let us look into the scripting part. So this is my basic script. I defined the desired capabilities object and the two drivers are defined here. So first I would like to navigate a URL. This time I will rely on Know2Script website, selenium.get know2script.com/my account. Okay. So what I will do here, I will first select an element and I will store the element in a variable. So the variable name is like element is equal to, let me open the website. So it may be on the home page or it may be on the my account page. So for example, I would like to highlight this, company, QA service or QA academy. So I will first take these elements in a variable. It will be an easy process. So get the export of this. So element is equal to @selenium driver dot find element of XPath. Okay, so this is the element which I am referring here. The requirement here is, so I just want to highlight that element for a couple of seconds or some 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Then automatically it should go back to its original style. So for this what I am doing is, I will first capture the style of the element, the CSS style, and then I will highlight the element, and after the highlighting is done, again I want to set the default CSS settings to that element. That means I would like to erase that highlight part once the identification is done. Original style is equal to the element dot attribute of style. So this will save the element original CSS style, the way how it is displaying on the UI. So that style elements or the style property value we are storing in the original style variable. So by default, we don't have this kind of feature in the Selenium WebDriver. That means we don't have any specific method where you can go ahead and pass the element locator to highlight the UI element on the page. We cannot handle that by using the Selenium default methods, but there is a method from the Selenium WebDriver or the APM driver called execute script. So this method will take the argument as JavaScript. Here, highlighting a UI element will only possible with the help of the JavaScript code. So in order to implement or in order to inject the JavaScript code on the web app, you need to use a method called execute script from the Selenium driver. So let me show you the script. Style the element with red border. So I would like to highlight the element with a red color dotted border. For this, what I'm doing is like Selenium driver dot execute script. So execute script is very important method when we think about the executing a JavaScript or injecting a JavaScript into the browser, because JavaScript is a very powerful scripting language through which you can command all the UI elements or all the features of a browser. And the JavaScript command will go like this, like arguments of 0 dot set attribute argument of 1 argument of 2. Okay, element and its style. So I'm just changing the style of the element. Border, I would like to go with 4 pixel and the color is like solid red color. Their border style dashed. So I just want to represent a dashed line whose color is red. If this script is, or if this line of code is executed, then automatically the UI element will be having a red color border with a dotted or with a dashed lines. Let us keep this highlight, or let us keep this border. Let us keep this border for 5 seconds. So what I will do here, I'm just writing a sample code. Basically, you need to implement all these things in your common functions. You need to put in the common function. So it is not a good practice, or it's not a best practice to keep on writing for each and every element like this. So you need to put all these things in a Ruby function, and that should be in a kind of common function. And the way how you should define is, before performing the action on any UI element, first that function should get called so that the UI element will get highlighted. So I will define a variable called duration. If the duration is greater than 0, it's like duration is equal to 5. Okay, so that should be fine. Now if duration is greater than 0, sleep like duration. Okay, and then the same code will go here. So here I would like to again back to the original style. So I will remove this complete section of the code and I will paste it with the original underscore style variable. So basically what this code is doing is, we are just trying to refer an element and we are getting the default style of the element into a variable. Once it is highlighted, I would like to maintain that for a specific duration, like 5 seconds or 0 seconds or whatever it may be. Then once the duration is met, then automatically the element should go with its default CSS style. So that red color border should go away. Alright, so before exiting the script, I would like to make sure whether this element is properly rendering or not. Let me change the element. So I would like to highlight this button. Okay, so copy the XPath. Replace this value here. And moreover, the XPath of this value is also too big. At least this is better. I would like to highlight the button on the Know2Script homepage, and then there are a couple of typo errors. I just corrected them, like set attribute and arguments. It is not argument, it is arguments. The same thing I corrected in this script. Alright, so let us execute the code. The device is connected successfully and the APM server is also running. So let us run the script. So as usual, it is first navigates to apple.com website and then it is navigated to Know2Script.com. Now if you see on the home page, there is a button called Browse Leading Test Automation Courses. So we are highlighting that button with a red color border, and the highlight will last for 5 seconds. And after 5 seconds, it should go away and should reset to its default style. Alright, the process is also finished and we are done with the script execution. So this is how you need to highlight a UI element on your web apps. Alright, so the next one which I would like to discuss is a page scroll. So we will rely on the same method. So let me write the code. Scrolling the page. Okay, and the code goes like this. It's like Selenium driver dot execute script. The command goes like this: window dot scroll by the x and the y coordinate. So let me mention some 10,000. Okay, and here I will maintain some delay like sleep.3. So let us execute this code and check the device logs. Here is the device. So this time it should highlight the element and again it should scroll the page to a little bit down like 0.10,000. So the button is highlighted and now the page should scroll. Alright, so the page is completely scrolled to the downside. Okay, so then let me discuss something about user-defined alerts, the JavaScript alerts on the page. Executing JavaScript alerts. Okay, it's very simple. The same code, like it's like Selenium driver dot execute script alert. That means this execute script method, it will just blindly take whatever the JavaScript command you are passing, and that command should be a valid command. And whatever you want to do with the JavaScript, so whatever the command it may be, so if you try to pass that command to the Selenium driver with help of the execute script method, so by default that will execute during the script execution. So here I would like to just create an alert with some text. Welcome to Know2Script. Okay, so let me execute the same code. Open the logs and then open the device. The button is highlighted. You see the alert says welcome to Know2Script. So this is how you can execute the JavaScript through your Selenium driver or through your APM driver. That's all for this unit. Happy scripting. Thank you.